All right, let's see. Good morning. Let's see if there's any opportunity in the market. Let me make sure the chart's actually working. Yep. Okay, SPY's at 670. Jobs report overnight was not so great. The job market is continuing to shrink. Oil prices are up. The market is bearish. Man, we're getting no bounce. No bounce whatsoever. No bounce. It's going to be hard to take a trade here today. These contracts are expensive. It's 0 DTE Friday. I still have $50.41 in my account. At this moment, it's 6:47, 9:47 EST. 661 puts are at 54 cents. I'm not really trying to go too far with the money. And even if I take a trade today, which I want to, I would like to enter a trade. We have momentum overnight. It's to the downside. We're in a downtrend. Ideally, we at least come up to the VWAP 674, 675, and we reject, and I'll take a trade there. If we can get up there, maybe a little bit above, see if we can get a reaction around there. Look for a better risk to reward entry on puts, first 5 this morning, and and I'll just be looking to scalp it, and I'll just be assessing it based on the momentum from the moment I enter. So I haven't taken one trade this week, which is fine, but I think today would be the right day to do it. These contracts are expensive. We gap down 1.5%. The VIX is up 16%. The VIX is nearing back 727, 27, 28. Over 30. Market's gonna take a haircut. I'm gonna be patient. We'll see what happens here. See if we bounce it off. The US lost 92,000 jobs in February. Asset says no systemic issues with market. Asset says private markets are well functioning. Is this Kevin Hassett? Let's see. See if we can bounce up. This is the fourth gap down in a row, though. Isn't that right? Today's the fourth day in a row. Today's the fourth day in a row. We're really inkling on a downtrend. Decent one at that. I don't know where it's here so far. Yeah. We're just gonna go lower for We're just gonna break 670. We're just gonna go down to 672, 662. I hope not so soon. No bounce. It's like no. There's no way I could take a trade right now when it's just one direction from the open. And we already gapped down. Everything's so expensive. So I'm gonna have to wait. But I don't want to take a trade later today. The risk just the risk would be much higher after lunch. So if we get any bounce near, like, ideally around the VWAP, then I would be looking to take a short for a scalp for like 10-20%. Ideally in about like 1 or 2 minutes, and then okay, let me go ahead and just send that. The U.S. economy lost 92,000 jobs in February as the unemployment rate climbed to 4.4%. Oil prices surged above $86 a barrel for the first time since April 2024. SPY gap down 1.5. VIX near 28. Beginning of a correction or risk-off weekend? Who knows? They're getting some kind of bounce on SPY. Let me take a look a little closer. Energy prices skyrocketing. This is just the beginning. We got a bounce right there in the last 5 minutes. The level I would want to take is 675. See if we get that. So I bought Rivian and Robinhood yesterday. I added Rivian and Robinhood. Robinhood, I'm down like 30% on the position, and Rivian, I'm up like 30% on the position in my long-term portfolio. I bought like 5 shares of each, or something like that. A couple shares of each. On the dip, I think Robinhood is a generational company. Even though they're at like 70 billion, I think. but I think that's very cheap for what they're going to be doing. The amount of capital and wealth and transactions that they're going to be facilitating is going to be enormous, more than banks, more than a lot of, maybe not more than like the big banks like JP Morgan and even Bank of America, but they're on the come up and the tides are turning. They have a lot more freedom with the CEO like Vlad Tenev to take over the incumbents, and so they have a lot of opportunity in the market, in the fintech sector, and with artificial intelligence and all these mathematical models and large language models. Not to mention the capital itself, quant trading, the algorithms, all their other methods of capitalizing. I forget what they call it, paper order flow. I don't know if they still do that at Robinhood. They paper order flow. Apparently Trump's tweeting like crazy this morning. He posted like 10 times in the past 2 hours on Truth Social. Apparently, I haven't read it. I don't know what he's talking about. But he got like scrutinized yesterday for posting something about the Save America app, which has to do with voter rights, and then he had added something in the end about transgender kids, which is just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know who in their administration is putting this stuff through to them, and they're being manipulated totally. Okay, we rejected the VWAP. I didn't get 675. There's no entry. We didn't even get 674, so we gotta wait. I think we can go a little bit higher. I'm looking for a better entry than that. We're not gonna go down yet. We're gonna go down lower, below 670, but not yet. Ideally, we go to 675 and then we go down to 670. That's a whole $5 range that we can capture on this USD contract. The risk would be somewhat skewed in our favor, especially around 675, 676. If we were able to get in that area this morning, then yeah, it'd be easy to take a 670. I mean, I would probably take, I don't know, what the hell. Probably, yeah, these contracts I feel like they're deflating pretty quickly already. It's only been 30 minutes into the market. 667 call. I mean, put. No, 666 puts at 69 cents. Something like that. At 676, it'd be $10 off the money. I don't really like that. I'm only going to be in it for like 2 minutes, regardless of what happens. So here we go, pushing up. Let's see. Can we get a little more momentum? I'll look for it. Look for entry. Okay, that's it. What else is happening? It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Keep moving. The Dow is down 700 points. Nasdaq 100 is down 300 points. Nvidia is flat, down 0.5%. Bad jobs, high oil prices. That's why we love tech stocks. It's a good reminder. We love tech stocks. We love crypto. We love Bitcoin and gold and silver. Hard assets. Bitcoin's a hard asset, and they don't want you to realize that Bitcoin's a hard asset. I'll be the first to say it. Bitcoin is a hard asset. Actually, I gotta put it out there. Bitcoin is a hard asset. Hell yeah. Man, we rejected 673 right at the VWAP. PB Trades is loving that. Okay. They don't want you to know. Call your mom from Unusual Whales with the red sea, the red garden of all the sectors, all the stocks, all red, except for energy. The only sector that's green today is energy. Well, I take that back. What is that? Probably metals, pharmaceutical. I don't. Call your mom. Yeah, actually, I should call my mom later today. It's a good reminder. All right, can we go a little higher? Can we get above the VWAP? Well, I know that sounds crazy, but we put some type of bounce back into the gap and then reject once again. Okay, let's go. Because if we just dump below 670, I probably won't be able to take a put at all. It's just won't happen. See the gap down. The way that they present the gap down looks worse than it actually is. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just looking for better risk to reward here. The chart is lag, right? Yesterday my chart totally stopped for like 30 minutes. And then I went and downloaded a whole different software. And I'll probably eventually switch over because it low-key is better, but I really like this software because I could have this. I could have a PDF document here that I created, about $50, trading with $50. Or any of these that I have. So I can't really do that in my other software or platform, which is weird. I don't know. This one's pretty chill. 673, going a little bit higher above the VWAP. Okay, like I said, if we hit 675, I'm gonna be looking for an entry on puts for a scalp. That's my premonition. It's my prerogative. I gotta go a little higher. Come on. Let me take a look at this premium. Tripping. 673. We're still below 673. Tripping. The momentum is not all the way there. Yeah, the only 50-cent contract is $10 out the money. It is what it is. But it's Friday. If there's any day to get it started, it's today. I missed 100% trade on SPY calls on, I think it was SPY calls on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday also missed SPY puts. And yesterday there was no trades. Actually, no. Yesterday I missed the puts below 672 right off the open range break. And it would have been pretty good actually. We went quite a bit lower to 669. But that's because my software broke when I should have been looking at the chart, and I would have liked to take that range break yesterday. No, this has to be delayed. No, it's not. No, it's not. 673.31 SPY 10:18 Eastern time. Yeah, I mean the 21 EMA is, it's not displayed on screen, but it's at 675, just below 675, so that is the spot. Not the VWAP, but the 21, because there has to be a little bounce. That's what we're seeing. That's crazy. Let's see. Well, this person is trying to argue that income tax is slave labor, which I totally disagree with, because income tax is what it's meant to be, is to serve the community that you live in the environment that you live in, to uphold it, to strengthen it, and to withstand it forward, and for the people you should be voting for to be managing those funds properly, allocating those funds reasonably, and working with the community to make those improvements, and just the basics. There's a lot of friction in terms of keeping up a city, keeping up all the businesses and all the things, the plumbing, I don't know. I can't really list. I don't want to list them off, but I'm thinking like just in general, the people who do construction on the roads and on the highways, and the signage, the lights, and organization of all those things, the trash truck, the dump, recycle places. I'm not saying our tax dollars directly fund any of those or all of those specifically, but generally that's what taxes do, is they maintain your environment, and they keep people more free, which sounds counterintuitive, but freedom comes with some sort of cost. That cost, in this case, is your income tax. Now, income tax maybe too high in California. Income tax may be too high in your tax bracket, or maybe it's too low, but those can change. But the point of income tax doesn't change. The foundation, the fundamentals of it doesn't change. Income tax is important. Okay, I think looks pretty good. 674. 667 put is at 50 cents, which looks pretty good. I like that. I do like that. Looks like that would be what I'd have to enter. The chart looks forward though. That option chart looks nuts. No bounce, just straight down from $2 this morning. Dollar. Something like that. Well, okay, let's pull it up. Spot. It's getting really close at 21. But we're just into the gap, technically. Overnight gap. Don't reject yet. Come on. A little too soon right there. A little too soon. Yep, 667 put at 52 cents here. Maybe you'll get that one another strike down. It's barely over 674. See about 675. A little bit closer towards 675. I want to see how long it wants to go here. Run this 21 EMA. It's not even making it to it. It's 674. Fuck, my laptop's on 8%. That's insane. Well, let me see if I can plug my laptop in before it does. Because I'm looking for a trade. Well, hopefully the computer doesn't die. It's on 8%. That's crazy. It is what it is. I'm looking for an entry here. See if it wants to put another leg, but looks like it doesn't even want to get up to the 21 here, so the 666 put could also work. But let's see. No entry. Okay, 674 still. Okay. $674.50. We're closer to the 21 EMA now. All right, well, it's still pushing up. 675 looks pretty good. The contracts are really volatile, so we're just gotta be patient. If we get a nice rejection, then see if it can make it all the way up to 676 without any rejection. Okay, yep, 667 call puts, are at 40 cents now. So that would be down 20% from where they were a few minutes ago. It's going to be a rejection coming up though. Ideally it's 676, but you may have to enter it after it rejects. Which is not ideal here because we're slightly above the VWAP, but this downtrend is pretty healthy. I want these contracts to get a little bit cheaper. Okay. could be rejecting already. Let's see. Let's see. Just got this big fat gap above. Don't think we make it too far. $675. They're buying the dip. It's a nice solid bounce, isn't it? The chart's active, right? The chart's pretty active. On the 1 minute, it's kind of melting up. Looks like a bit of, it's going kind of parabolic right now on the 1 minute chart. It's probably going to cool off here soon. The 5 minute chart's just above the 21. But it looks like there's some resistance. Almost all the way up to 676 now. Okay. Yeah, any trade I do take, entry I take here, I don't want to be in the trade for more than like 2 minutes. Like literally talking about 60 seconds to 120 seconds. That's the time frame that I'm looking for confirmation of my position after entry. And if that doesn't happen, then it's a miss. That's why the entry matters, especially this trade when we're looking for a rejection in a downtrend. after a gap down. Kind of multiple gap downs in a row with volatility across different sectors. Let's see how parabolic is it. Is it going to hit 676? Is it going to break it? We're going to reject somewhere in there. Okay, well, 669 puts at 49 cents. I like it right here, but it's just like too quick. Not really. It's not parabolic enough on the 1 minute. But all these contracts are theta decaying pretty heavily here. So we need a directional move. Obviously the direction right now is up into the gap down. So the rejection is expected. Will it be granted? That's the question. But my entry should serve the same. Okay. 669 put. Low key like it here. Good. I'm not quick enough. I'm not swift enough. Right now. Still at 50 cents, but no entry. No entry yet. We're still above 675. Ideally get one last bounce here, and then the entry is perfect. One last bounce and the entry would be perfect, but contract's not really doing much on that pullback of like 60 cents. Okay, it's at the 21 on the 1 minute. One more bounce off of here. Here's the spot here, 675s. Okay, so there's just not enough space here for between 674 the VWAP, you see. Okay. Contract's just not. The easiest. Still looking for the bounce. Yeah, another bounce. Huh. That's Are we not getting another bounce? We're going back down to the VWAP. That means my entry. I missed the entry. It's just not. I'm not looking to snipe it so much. I'm looking for like a little bit of an easier entry, to be honest. Especially since it's the first trade, and I'm basically using one position size. So see if we create resistance by bouncing and then rejecting once again, and potentially going down further after that, so that I could get a better entry with a better risk to reward around 676. Still, just a little bit more patience. What time is it? 10. Still got an hour, 15 minutes until lunchtime, so ideally we can get it done before then. Really get it done. If it sets up, though, it's no guarantee. But the trade is already kind of playing out. We rejected off 676, but I didn't take the entry. It's too soon. I'm looking for more constructive confluence. Not just one level, one touch point, one EMA rejection on the 21. We are above the VWAP, so I recognize that we are above the VWAP, but we are in a downtrend. If you look at the chart, it's pretty clear. So that means it's good. It's a good spot. We could bounce one more time to 676. I'll probably take it. And then dump right back down to the VWAP. Take profit. Low 674. Mika. Everyone's bullish on Trump's tweet saying, "Make Iran great again." That's pretty funny. Bullish. Okay, well. The 669 puts were at 50 cents. I was almost entering them. They're at 85 cents now. That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't take the trade. Still no position. But I'm still trying to. And this is getting tough. We're back at the VWAP. We need a bounce. If not, then no. It's not ideal. What's going on? Let's see what's driving the market today besides oil and unemployment rate being at 4.4%. Who's unemployed? All those people that got laid off at Amazon, all those people that got laid off at Square, they cut 60% of their workforce and consolidated 2 companies into one. Meaning thousands of people lost their full-time job. And there's a lot more coming. And it's not all bad. I think most people are going to have to question themselves on how can they add value to the world without doing it directly through someone else's business. That's what the future will look like, is how can you as an individual add value to the situation? How can you bring people together or okay. Chilling at the VWAP now. Chilling at the VWAP. What else is happening? Anything? Great. Now I know why the market just dipped, because Jim Cramer tweeted something about hitting the fabled 10 to 1 negative. I don't know what he's referring to. The great Mark Haynes always said you have to hold your nose and buy the dip. That's why we rejected. No, it's perfect timing though. I mean, he hits it right on the nose 15 minutes ago. Wow, I mean, that's crazy. There we go, we're getting a bounce back. Back above 674. That's a pretty big candle here. Moving on the 1 minute. Pretty quick bounce back. Okay, well, trade is still in play. Natural gas is on the move. Oh my gosh, that looks just nuts. Just this crazy bounce off the VWAP. Okay. The VIX looks like it's about to have a big day. In the next week, probably next week, we'll have a big day on the VIX where it goes up 20-40%. I mean, we did have that like yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. I mean, this morning the VIX was up 22%, but I don't know. The VIX looks like there might be a quick, little quick event. I don't know. The VIX looks like it wants to break out of that 30, but can't say for sure. I mean, maybe over the weekend it just gaps up for some odd reason that I am anticipating now. But like, it looks like it's, or the daily chart on VIX looks like it's curling up, wants to go parabolic. As soon as it breaks above 30, it's going to put it into 30% candle. And that's probably just going to manifest in like big down gap, like a 2%, 3% down gap or down day on SPY sometime next week, which will put SPY down, what, to 650? Now that's pretty speculative. I'm only inferring that based on looking at the VIX daily chart and seeing the SPY daily chart being looking like a double bottom, but the way it's pointing downwards. Okay, we're back to where the 669 puts at 49 cents. right at the same spot. It's like almost like I have to take the same entry right here. Like it's like the same entry in front right there. That can't be all right there. There's a pretty good bounce off there. It's a feedback. Let's see. We're gonna go. We're gonna get to 666. They're 9 cents off. That's crazy. Come on, don't reject again. A little bit. A little bit more. Let me get the 670 put for 50 cents. Right above high day, but it becomes risky at that point. It's just gonna reject it again right here, and then, which is kind of what I was expecting, but I kind of want to see a little bit more and then get more confirmation that we're gonna go below the VWAP in a real way, which is what I'm actually expecting out of the day. I definitely could be wrong here, but I like that we're into the gap, rejecting once, twice. Should be a good entry. Just patience. 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock Eastern. These contracts are just bleeding. Yep, definitely. No calls for me. I'm not taking calls on a day like today. Not that I'm biased or anything. Dow Jones down 1%, SPX down 1%, NASDAQ down 0.75%. See, that's why we love tech. Okay. It's holding this level now. 4 now. Come. Looks like we're going for a new high day, possibly here. Oh, hmm. We just made new high day. Almost 676. That's a crazy graphic. That's what was that? What happened? No, everything's good. Why is Apple TV trying to like? That's crazy. Right. That's so annoying. Everything's good, right? Around 676. Let's see. Looking for it. Looking for an additional projection here. Short, short, short. That's right. You got it right. Well, we'll find out. Looking at that short here. Not quite yet, but I'm looking for some sort of confirmation. We sweep the high and then reject again. That's a pretty solid confirmation. For ideally to go back below the VWAP, not a wick like we did just a few minutes ago. We'll see, it's already rejecting. Okay. Okay. 669 put. Man, I kind of want to take the entry, but it's like, gotta be a little bit more patient. Is it really just gonna, it's gonna reject just like that again? Like, just like that? Just like that. I'm not really in a rush with it, but my signal level is like 67% right now. I want it to be ideally like in the 80s. We bounce again here. Tighten it up. And then we break. So now it's like a, well, I'm looking at the 1 minute chart. You can call it like a rising wedge, just even on the 5 minute, it's like just a higher, it is a higher high into the gap, and a higher low, higher high. And then breaking below that structure would bring this right back under the VWAP, since it's a bearish day. sitting on the 21. And Kevin Warsh for the Fed Reserve Chair. It's going to be nuts. Exciting times ahead. Like we said, man, like I said, I'm going to miss all of us. All of us are going to miss Jerome Powell. It's been a fun time these past 5 years, 6 years since I've been watching all the Fed meetings and announcements, all their policy changes, monetary policy. It's been a good time. There may be volatility ahead, opportunity. We got to balance here, come on. I don't want to dump yet. I'm not in position yet. Below 675. Doesn't look too good. $50 minutes until lunch. So that's my window here. We're already rejecting again, like see what happens, right? So low-key, I should just take the entry and just let it be what it's gonna be. The trade is what it is, you know. My trade is what it is, but I'm trying to be very precise with the entry. So we did sweep the high day and instantly reject, which is exactly what I was expecting. But taking that entry is that's the highest risk, highest reward spot when you expect a sweep like that. But it doesn't mean it's gonna last. But so far it is. But that's not the type of entry I'm looking for this trade, where I'm taking one contract with my full position size. So see if we can balance out here somehow and then break lower. I don't want it to just dump onto the VWAP and then just get cooked. Then we'll be chasing. If it just dumps here below the VWAP, then we're chasing and missed the entry twice. But I did it on purpose because I'm looking for something more specific and less risky. These algorithmic channels that we keep doing. It's actually good though, like this right here, this uptrend with a higher high or a higher low and then a higher high and then another higher high of sweeping just to go lower. But it looks like kind of reminding me of this this is like so algorithmic. This is not. This is this is like decision. This is a crowd decision making right here. This is crowd thinking. This perfect higher, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, and then this breakout here. Like you could chart this out. Take that entry at the end of the day, and that's a very good trade. But with the risk is high just because of the depending on the contracts you're using if they're expiring here. But this is just something, and then you could just see it. These type of channels. I just think that those are good. Those are pretty chill. Chill breakouts for trying to find a lower risk entry on a chart like this. So if that's what's developing here, it could be a good thing, but 45 minutes until lunch at 12 o'clock Eastern. Kind of doing nothing here for now. The U.S. economy lost 92,000 jobs in February. Yeah, the U.S. economy's lost probably 1 to 2 million jobs in the past 4 years since ChatGPT dropped, or since large language models have been popularized. 1 to 2 million jobs. Not only 1 to 2 million jobs actually lost or shed, but there's a lot of displacement of work or outsourcing of work also to different groups. And so the opportunities out there are just very different than they were 5 years ago. I mean, 10 years ago. It's just so much more demanding now. Okay, let's see. Can we bounce here, and then I'm gonna bounce here and then get like a really solid entry and just scalp it before the lunch. If not, we're gonna have to start over next week with the exact same balance, $50.41. Nothing changed. But that's fine if that's the case. What is going on? Let's see what's happening on Twitter, on X. While we wait for this final bounce for my perfect entry. Trump on gas prices. If they rise, they rise. I predicted on March 1st, gas prices are going to go up 50 cents in the next 4 months. And it's like so obvious. I mean, it's not really much of a prediction, it's like so obvious. But looks like it's already like 25% of the way there. Oh, that's fire. But I did also predict that SPY is going to be up 5% at the same time. And it's now down a little bit, but 4 months is a lot of time. We can go down 5%, back up 10%. The market is volatile, especially right now. So, praise God, that's the opportunity that we have each day to capitalize upon. And I'll be damned if I don't. That's what I'm here to show what it looks like to actually take advantage of opportunity when you understand it. In turning nothing into something. I've done it many times, but this is the most upfront, real time, and difficult task I've done. Trading with $50, I normally trade with like 100, 200 bucks, and the furthest I'll take it is like 10,000, 20,000, and then I either lose most of it or I pull out a little bit before it's too late. But I haven't. I've been break even trading, or actually down mostly. Mostly at a deficit because of AMC and GameStop back in 2021 when I lost a bunch of money. I made a bunch and lost it, and then kind of screwed me up. It was a good experience, but a bad timing. But this is about consistency and growth and going from high risk to compounding capital. And it takes a very serious amount of patience and discipline or experience to actually execute that. Without failing. Oh, we'll see. Just trying to not it's not too serious. I'm really just trying to have fun with it while holding myself accountable too. Where I take my account with the capital. Back down to the VWAP. I don't like that. Chill. Well, there's still time, 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, that's 676 levels. It's very good. Kind of sucks I missed that sweep, but I mean, taking the entry there is kind of crazy. All right, there's a green candle, increasing volume on the 1 minute chart. Big green candle right up to the 21 from the VWAP, closing that gap. Oh, close right at the 21. Okay, here we go. Some momentum coming in. Maybe the entries come in. The thing about investing is you never have to retire. That's why someone's telling Jim Cramer to retire. That's the great thing about investing in markets, though, is that you never have to retire. Because you have control. Or you can simply relinquish control to all the great companies that run the world, that bring the value to everyone. Okay, let's see if we can bounce a little bit more, and then I don't know. It's kind of like the short's going to be kind of like weak at this point. If it bounces, it's going to be a weak short, and it's Friday, so the risk is really high. I'm worried. I want to see. Either bounces up and rejects again, or if it breaks up, if we get a clean break somewhere below like 672, 672.50 under that VWAP with some confirmation and momentum to the downside, could be a scalp there, but that's about, it's probably about as best as it'll get. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is it goes back up to 676 and rejects a similar third time, actually, and then we finally go down. We finally drop below and put in a bigger leg down to 670, which puts us flat on the flat for the open. Opened up. We'll be open at 673. Low 670. My chart's good, right? Okay. No, the chart's good. Unconditional surrender. That's a good sign. is the market doing? It's going sideways. Show me. Back at the VWAP. Too soon, too soon. Well, no movement here. Green candle coming in. Last time we didn't do anything. We're above that on low volume. Only issue is the 4-hour chart has a fair value gap right at 678. So that's basically the risk. Is it pushing all the way up to 678 and filling that fair value gap in from 4-hour chart, or rejecting anywhere in between there at 676, which is a high day, and then going lower towards into the end of the day. The entry I'm looking for should be based on momentum, and right now there is no momentum. The past hour and a half, there's no momentum either way. $6.70 puts are now 48 cents. That's actually not too bad. It's only $5 off the money. Pretty decent. But I don't think the entry will be here. See if it goes for a new high day. Final rejection. Just not much momentum in the market. I don't know how the volume is. Is it lower volume today? We gap down. This guy's good. Human evolution over hundreds of thousands of years. Let's go. That's nice. Technological advancement. I like this option chain though right now. It feels pretty decent. Looks like we're going to possibly test new high day. Want to see a big rejection with momentum and then capture a part of that, come back down into the VWAP, call it a day. But 20 minutes until lunchtime. That's what it is. It is what it is. Oh yeah, I don't know if all right. Just forming resistance here. Breaking out of the high day. There's a lot of resistance levels. It's a good supply level right here. 678, 657. We want to see that reject momentum and give up the move. For a smooth trade. Labor and inflation is cooling. You wonder why Bitcoin's cooling. It's a solid bull flag on the 1 minute chart. It's like halfway there on the 5 minute chart. nearing high day, 675, 60. All right, here we are at the high day basically. Let's see what it's gonna do. Is it gonna get any juice to the upside? And if not, we're gonna reject and have momentum to the downside. Ori. $6.26. $10 till lunch. We're nearing high day. S&P 500. I don't like to trade during lunch. Oh, my computer didn't die, surprisingly. Now it's at 38%. Got new high days coming in. rid of this. I want to see a nasty rejection. That's the way. That's the way that I'm gonna be able to take a scalp is with it. Not this breakout necessarily. I mean, maybe we break out straight to 677, 78, but I'm looking for a better risk reward, which would look like a rejection, nasty rejection in the same spot. Still didn't make the high day. It's right there. Who said there's $8 gas? Bruh. Yeah, in LA, probably. I don't know if that's real. I seen a sign like $7 gas in LA. I don't know if that's real. It's pretty expensive. Not getting to the high day yet. Check. Already? Okay then. 670 put. Keeps doing the same thing. Okay. Wow. 5 minutes till lunch, and it just rejected here on the 1 minute. Well, okay. Looks like it's rejecting pretty nasty here. just don't like how it happened so soon. It didn't even break the high day. Well, I did actually say that, but the risk is that it just has a little bit more room before it actually sells off. Because it's not going to just stay right here till the end of the day. It's about to be lunch, so it's not really ideal situation. It's a high impact scenario. And we're basically forming structure at the VWAP. So a solid break below it would be definitive. Even a rejection at a high day is kind of a tricky trade to be able to capitalize. We'll see. Probably stay at least stay on the chart through lunch. See what it does. See if there's movement. I'm still waiting for the same setup. I want to see it reject hard somewhere around the high day or just above. There's a fair value gap above on the 4-hour chart, the previous bar, I think, and there's just no momentum. Went sideways, so there's no trade. That's just a scalp. Looking for a scalp anyway. It's looking like the market doesn't want to go much higher here, though, I will say. We'll see. It did not make a new high day. I mean, it kind of looks like it. I don't know. I'm looking at a different chart. I'm looking at a different platform. I don't see high day yet. I didn't see a new high day. It's pretty weak, but no down movements really today. We're in a weak spot, but it hasn't really. Yeah. The move happened overnight. Now we're just into resistance. Contracts are pretty cheap now, so $5 out the money is 47 cents. That's pretty decent. I really don't like anything above $5 out the money.
Make sure 675.
Still. Negative 358,000 jobs in the past 9 months, excluding healthcare. It's pretty crazy. I don't know, and I don't think classic economic theories predicted or anticipated the the kind of efficiency of productivity boom, sort of industrialization renaissance that we're at the very beginning of now. And that is just a period of extreme volatility and opportunity, growth, expansion. And most of it is being driven by automation. SPY coming back down to the VWAP. Looks like we get some momentum coming in here. I might want to take this entry on the 669 puts for a quick scalp, but it's not ideal. I mean, I really would like to get it a bit higher, but I'll probably just, if I take a trade here, it'll just be for like a minute. Try to put a buffer on my account for next week. Haven't shaken one trade this week. All the days. Okay. I see momentum, but kind of missed the 669 put at 51 cents here. But I don't really, still haven't broken below the VWAPs. It's really nothing too special at the moment, but we could be seeing momentum coming in at some point too. Been expecting it, but it is lunchtime. I think the algorithms like to be spontaneous. That's the predisposition of algorithms. Is market algorithms, market makers. Okay, that's a pretty red candle there into the VWAP, but not a good entry in my opinion. Not a good entry. VIX is over 26, 11% up on the day. S&P negative 1% on the day. 674, right at the VWAP in the middle. No change. Okay, it's getting closer to the VWAP. This is looking more like a potential break under the trend, under this channel here, which actually is a decent entry, but I have to go down to the 668 put here. It's at 41 cents. So I don't see enough momentum. Just one big red candle on the 1 minute chart right into the VWAP, which we've done like 3 times now. All right. What a slow setup. This setup that I've been talking about all day, all morning, it's just been taking 2 hours to set up. But I'm moving cautious. I'm not trying to hop into a trade with a quickness, because this will be the first trade on this account. It has high impact. So taking a small loss on it just, increases the difficulty of the entire thing. Trading with $50. Just casually. Probably pull up, reject one more time here at the 21, and then put some momentum in below the VWAP. We can capitalize on that. But let's see. It's like some type of increasing volume on the red 1 minute candles, three bars in a row, increasing red volume. I don't mind taking a cheaper contract, either like a 30, 40 cent contract. It doesn't have to be 48, 49 cents. to get filled with my whole account. Well, man, we got like some so leaf blower outside. Okay, yeah, this chart looks it's pretty weak here at the VWAP. We haven't put a solid close under the VWAP at all. So that would be significant. Let's see what's happening. Looking pretty decent. If it drops here, I'm gonna have to look at the 668 put. It's like 40 cents here. Right. Okay. There we go. I had to use the restroom really quick. Okay, we're getting momentum right here. Let me see. I might have to take a scalp here. Okay, I'm entering the 668 puts here. Filled on the 668 put at 42 cents. Maybe an early entry, but let me give it a second here. Filled at 42 cents. All right, let's see if we can catch this drop right here. But candle didn't close yet. Okay, no downward movement, down like $6, $7. But we are looking like we're wanting to break below the VWAP finally here. Let's see if we can actually, see if it actually is going to do so. I'm only looking to be in this trade for like a minute or two, so if it doesn't drop here, then probably just gonna have to get out. The market order. Yeah, it's down like $10. About $10 on that little tiny candle there. It's really tight at the VWAP right here. Okay, looks like I'm probably gonna have to get out right now. Because don't really want to be in the trade right here. It's too sensitive. Five-minute candle close here in a sec. Down like $12, $14 on this position. Yeah, there we go. No downward movement. 5-minute close. Unfortunate. Yep, I have to exit the trade there. Lost $16. Well, that's unfortunate. It's gonna make next week very difficult. My account's down to $33. The trade will work out, but I can't really sit in the trade for more than a couple minutes here. It's just bad entry. I entered it before it closed, 1-minute candle under the VWAP, and so it just did nothing. Instantly bounced up at the end of the 5-minute candle to the 21. Took a loss. Market order down $16 out of $50 now. I'm pretty disappointed, but it is what it is. Just gonna have to be even more patient next week and just wait even longer. And I know the trade's it's gonna end up way below the VWAP here in 10-20 minutes, but that's not the point. The point is that I can't afford to lose $20 in one day on a $50 account. It's impossible. If that happens, then it's failed. The account will be failed. There's no way I can take a $20 contract. It's just not gonna happen. That's not the way that I trade, and I don't think I would be able to recover from being at $20. Now the account's at $33, so I think I can do it, but it's very disappointing. It's just one green candle has to come in at the VWAP right after I enter a put that I want to be in for like 60 seconds. And ideally, I would have only wanted to lose $8, but I lost 16. So I waited 2 minutes instead of 1 minute. But yeah, the contract was at $42. Now it's at 22. Well, it's just frustrating. It's honestly just disappointing. I waited like all week, like 5 days, just to take one trade and lose $16 on a $50 account. But it is what it is. Okay, so let's see. Well, just my phone's about to die. Well, we're starting at a deficit. My account's now down to $33. First trade with my $50 account result. Resulted in a negative $16 loss. All right, well, I just gotta calculate this real quick. From $50.41. Fuck. Every time I switch apps on Twitter, it like deletes the tweet that I'm writing. It's so annoying. Well, I really didn't want to take a loss on my first trade. I tried my best not to, and we still took a loss. And look, we're getting a huge red candle. We're about to be below VWAP. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to go take lunch. It's just gonna be so difficult to trade with $33 next week. Like, I really wanted $50.41 to be the bottom, but it's not. So now I have to trade with $33.09, which is kind of insane. And I just don't really want to do that, but I feel discouraged by losing right now. $33.09. $33. What is the percentage loss? That's what I'm trying to find out. From $50.41 to $33.09. It's negative 34.35%. So negative 30.35%. And we are officially closed below the VWAP. Perfect. That would have been the entry right now. Taking the put right about here actually would have, in my opinion, probably seems much better. But the timing is just so difficult because I can't afford price action to go against my position at all. Like pretty much, I have to have a perfect entry. That's the only thing about this challenge with 50 bucks is my entry has to be perfect, especially for the first several weeks or months, however long it takes, several trades, and several trades can take weeks, possibly months. So we'll see. It's not going how I wanted with this trade. But that's just what it is. It's Friday, so it just has to happen like that. There's no way around it. Losing an extra bit because of this volatility. And there's no confirmation there. We just hit the VWAP and then we just keep hitting the VWAP. Next week will be interesting. Well, next week will just be more difficult. Well, that sucks, but it is what it is. Okay. First trade with my $50 account resulted in a negative $16 loss, or negative 34.35%, as I was expecting a break below VWAP, but what hasn't materialized. Pretty weak price action all day at a supply zone after gapping down once again. Further downside anticipated. I patiently waited all week and missed better entries. Trading on Friday is always more risky, so I lost a bit more. Next week will be more difficult, but I will come back with my now $33.09. I don't really look forward to that, but if I could just take one decent trade next week, then we can make that back. But really got to win in the beginning of this account. We really got to win on this trade or on this account in the beginning, because it could definitely just fail like that. And we're about to get the confirmation below VWAP is coming, but I just couldn't get the entry right. Couldn't get it. Sorry. It's just not ideal at all. Right. That's that. Bunch is almost in. Heading out. I got some things to do. I gotta finish this paper. All right, everybody have a great weekend. I'm gonna head out next week. We're below the VWAP. There we go. Yep. I had it right, had the trade right, had the setup right, but I'm expecting further downside, but missed the entry. The the short time frame that I had in the trade, it went against me because I didn't have confirmation of the closure of a candle below the VWAP, which we now see on the 5-minute chart. So we'll see how much lower it does go from here into the end of the day to close the week with risk off, which is what we're expecting. Just the reason why we're going down here. So have a great weekend. My $33 account now will be an additional challenge for next week. We'll see. I'll be in the market open on Monday morning. Have a blessed weekend.